Hey guys, how's it going? Jason Sensational here, welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to put the deck to the test. This is a deck that recently got nerfed ever since it was dominating the ladder and tournament meta for the whole last patch, really. This is Kennen, guys. So, I want to talk about the nerfs because they are impactful and have affected how strong this deck is. And I'll go over it for anybody new to this deck. And then I'll talk a little bit how the deck works, again, for the people who are new to this deck. So I'll start with AHRI. AHRI used to be a 2-mana 2/3, but now she's a 2-mana 2/2. I don't think there's much that I need to say about this. We saw Draven getting nerfed from 3 health to 2, and you kind of saw the impact that it did to Draven, right? Suddenly it's dying to Mystic Shot. Suddenly it has a hard time attacking into, like, slightly bigger units. And the same is for AHRI, right? Now you can't just willy-nilly attack into, like, a 2/3, for example. AHRI especially because she just needs to interact a little bit more in combat. She doesn't have the spinning axis or buffer attack style. So AHRI definitely got affected by this a little bit more. Now, of course, we have all the cheap interaction. So ideally, in a perfect world, it makes very little difference. But being able to die to things like Mystic Shot or just a non-buff Darkness does put more threats onto AHRI, and maybe that runs a stride of protection spells. Who knows? And the second change, and probably the most impactful, is this Kinko Wayfinder card. So originally, it used to summon 2 1-cost allies from your deck, and now it only summons 1. As a trade-off, it did go from 2 to 3 attack. So, now it's a fearsome blocker, which historically the deck lacked. So that's actually like a really good plus side. But only summoning 2 1-cost allies now definitely reduces some things that you had going for you. So in the past, it would maybe always hit Droplet plus Kennen, and that's really good because Kennen is the stun and then Droplet is the value card. So now, or in the past, you didn't have to guess which one you're going to get, where now, maybe you really want Droplet, but then, oh, it's Kennen, and you feel kind of bad about that. The second one is just the ability that 2 is greater than 1, right? Before, at 4 mana, you summon 3 units. You can't block a really wide board, or like they give your opponent develops, and they give you this opportunity to just go 3 wide in 1 action. It's always been the strongest thing in Runeterra, just sort of cheating out this interaction and this like I play 1 card, you play 1 card system. Um, just being able to summon 3 cards out of your deck, not only thinning the deck, not only finding what you need, but just giving you that board to block down like a really wide aggressive deck. And because what this deck wants to be doing is it just stalls. It's so good at stalling. And once you get to the end, you level up AHRI and the game's over. So this change is still definitely very impactful. I think this card is still strong enough to play in Allegiance, and I think this deck is still rewarded for playing this card, but its consistency has gone down, and its power level, of course, is nowhere near as high. So those are the 2 major changes to the deck. They don't seem very impactful, but I can reassure you that the deck was so better in the past. And, really quickly, it's not so game-breaking or like so deck back-breaking that suddenly the deck's just not really performing at all. This deck still does very well into the matchups that it is really good into, but now all of a sudden your bad matchups are just a lot worse, right? And historically those were the go wide, the burn, the aggro decks, where this Wayfinder card really carried you on turn 4. But unfortunately that's no longer the case. So now that our little brief history lesson is out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the deck. For those of you who are new, for those of you who aren't new, this is the same old Kennen AHRI go hard deck. And you can skip right to the games. But for those of you who are new, the idea of Kennen AHRI is to just have all this cheap interaction. Because what you want to be doing is recalling your units. You want to be progressing towards your AHRI level up, because once AHRI levels up, she has this like board nuke kind of card effect. And board nuke is a little bit exaggerating because nothing can block elusives unless they're elusive or have sharp sight. But you have this opportunity to attack with AHRI as many times as you have units on board. And it's just such a powerful effect at closing out games, because I guess it is a board nuke, because now suddenly people have to block AHRIs and the units that precede AHRI, but AHRI has quick attack and just gets to trade down the units while generating value. So it is a board nuke. Never mind, I take that back. When AHRI levels up, it's a board nuke. Even if you don't win on the AHRI swing, You just decimate your opponent's board, have a lot of value, and can do it turn after turn. So Ahri leveling is super powerful. How do we do it? Well, we run 3 copies of Recall, 3 copies of Navori Conspirator, 2 copies of Godwillow Seedling, and 3 copies of Homecoming, not to mention the Ahri spell herself being the Charm, which is also a recall. And so we have so many recalls, and we're aiming to use them on either Droplet, mainly as our value engine because it does draw us a card when recalled, or on Kennen, whose Mark of the Storms do allow us to have a little bit of interaction against some more aggressive decks. Sorry for all the shinging for these prismatic cards. But the deck is just super low to the ground. If you look at the curve, 12 1 drops, 11 2 drops. And most of these are spells. You don't really have that many units, but your deck is so well designed to protect your units that it doesn't really matter. Once you have 1 copy of Droplet, you're good to go. This deck does also run Go Hard as its splash. I did mention that this was a Ionia Allegiance deck, and this splash does make a lot of sense because we are able to run 3 copies of Sign and Thousand Tailed, which does act as a very good value engine as well as our cycle, in addition to recalling Droplet. That does allow us to play Pack Your Bags pretty frequently. I don't think I did in this video, unfortunately, but even without it, the deck still performs very good, and in the matchups where it is even better, you have that extra cherry on top. So, ooh, almost 7 minutes. Yikes, I need to wrap this up. But sorry for rambling on a little bit too long. This deck is very cool and has cool history behind it. So if you guys want to try it out, I do think it is actually really good right now because Ionia in general, Deny, Homecoming, very powerful in this sort of mid-range meta. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you guys love the deck before, please do give it a try. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and take care. Darkness, huh? Alright. So, for the people on YouTube, this is the first time I'm playing Stream Beats EDM instead of Stream Beats Lo-Fi. So if you like, if you don't like, just let me know. Okay, this matchup again. I remember. I reminisce. Do I keep Conspirator without Droplet? The answer is probably no. I'm just looking for, like, Droplet. Is the main thing, or something way to pull Droplet. Ahri's nice and all, but having no way to stop a Catalyzer here is going to be really rough. Not that I had a way to stop it anyways. Oh, nice. Really happy about that. I can play Ahri now that I have the Twin. It does suck now that Ahri just dies to base Darkness. Like, Ahri dying to like a regular 2 damage Darkness feels quite poor. Now at least I have a blocker for this. If it's Kennen, so be it. I have a Droplet here anyways. I can block with the 3-3 here. So happy you drew it now and not on turn 2. Because goddamn, that would have been really, really bad. Okay. I have another one. Ooh, a recall is really good. This recall lets me beat... Recall plus Twin allows me to beat pretty much anything here, which is really good. So I'll just go in for the attack here. Look for the recall instead here. Maybe I should just open with a Navori, but this is fine. Let's commit another ping to it. I do have the Twin at the very least. We'll see what happens. Ooh, okay. Sucks now I can't play a Droplet out. Maybe I'm supposed to just Twin it to not waste the recall there. Now that I think about it, I think that's definitely what I should have done. Yeah, I regret doing it now. I should just save the recall. Another Ahri is fine. This matchup, we really need to level Ahri as fast as we can. Let's try to see how we get there. Okay, another recall is very superb. This does let me save Ahri. Question is, do I do it? It's like I'd much rather just like recall a droplet here. My Ahri's at 2, 3. It's not bad, it's not great. I do have a second Ahri. I can't charm kill the Veigar, so that shouldn't be like a worry. This does like prevent Veigar's level up, which could be valuable. What are we doing next turn? So this turn we probably just like play droplet, we maybe recall it. I'm gonna let this die so I can save my recall for later. So I go droplet into the Navori, maybe into Ahri. Just want to go Y, have an elusive board, and then try to level up Ahri. I can do it again, whoa. This is interesting. Unfortunately, I don't have like my go hards going for me quite yet, so that's going to be a little bit slow, unfortunately. We can now play this droplet if we want to, and bounce it again, perhaps. We have Ahri level up here, technically speaking. I can tree it now. Maybe I want to save tree for Sion. Maybe I just play Ahri into Sion instead. That seems pretty decent as well. And I can still save drop or recall mana. It seems decent, because I do want to tree the Sion here. Do I need Darkness this turn? Maybe not. I really need to start finding my go hards to try to pack. This will be a good turn just to push, you know, a good amount of damage. But once you start chucking Darknesses at my units, that's when things get a little bit tough, right? This is 9 damage. It's not something you can easily ignore. Does he have like a Event Horizon? Okay. He does. Sucks, but you know, that's very slow for him. And that was sort of the point of this turn, to like force his mana, right? His 3 mana Darkness isn't doing him any favors. And now I gotta just tree my Sion, and I still have the same board. Like, does he need a Darkness my elusives now? Is Ahri his biggest threat? It's all answers or questions. He sort of needs an answer. Scariest thing would be Senna, which lets him be more flexible with how he wants to play out his Darknesses. But double deny, this recall, it's all very strong. Like, I feel in a very comfortable position, even though I don't have pack. If I had pack, this game would be a completely different story. But this is ultimately just kind of fine. Like, this 3 mana is just so brutal for him. It's so brutal. I'll do this so he has no attack. And I do want to start drawing. Ideally I can start cycling my go hards. Noblify, very excellent card. There's a Senna, but like now his Darkness costs like he can't play this. Which gives me a sort of quote unquote free turn. I'll just develop Ahri here. And I'm starting Ahri level on the attack. We could probably even develop next turn. Like we can just play the Conspirator out. There's a go hard. I kinda wanna play the go hard first. I feel so safe with all these spells in my hand. I start wanna like cycling these go hards, right? I wanna start putting these back in my deck. And drawing them. Because now I'm just trying to draw, right? As long as I keep up Deny and maybe like Snowplify, I honestly feel very, very safe. Level up Ahri, and now I'm actually just presenting lethal on board, and he has to respect this. And again, 3 mana Darkness, not doing him any favors here. Like, I feel very solid. Oh, Kennen's leveled. How about that? Yep. I will present lethal. Like, I can win for attack on Ahri, I have no plus deny. I can double deny this turn. This is so insanely powerful. And in 2 turns, I'm gonna draw 2 cards. Like, he needs to be able to survive this turn, and I'm honestly not sure if he can. So, still showing out the strength of this deck. Very, very powerful. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, like, you're gonna play Darkness? Good luck with that. Oh. It's perfect. Why not? We'll show off a little. Yeah. continues to show this deck still crushes this, or is good into this sort of matchup. He had Veigar on turn 4, he had a Catalyzer. I don't know if it was turn 4, but he had those cards. He had Senna. He had it all. Yo. Draven Sion? It's kind of interesting to think about if this is a good or bad matchup nowadays. Like, this is a really solid hand for sure. Do I keep a second Kennen? Probably not. It's really good. Like, you know, we have the stuns, we have everything, but now all of a sudden, our Wayfinder doesn't allow us to go as wide as we could anymore. And so we're losing bits here, but overall this matchup has still really been fine. So it's really interesting to see how that might affect the deck. That's annoying though. I'll play Kennen next turn to mark, and then I can go in with like AHRI or something like that. We'll see. Like, if he Mystic Shots my Tasty, that's going to be really disastrous. You know, like, we're taking a bit of damage here, but the hope is that we have... I guess I could have kept second Kennen then. Hope is that, like, you know, after a certain point, we're able to stabilize, and then we have Notifies plus Denies to stop all their burn. But now, again, our ability to go wide has been hampered, so it'll be very interesting to see. Really good draw. I really want to play AHRI so I can bounce Kennen. But now that, like, AHRI just gets, like, you know, Mystic Shotted, it's actually very dangerous to play out here. Like, if I had a twin, it makes a world of a difference, right? Like, it's tough. I don't know what's the right turn here. I could pass, and then if he develops, I do have Kinko Wayfinder, and that's really solid to block this. I could play this, force out like a Mystic. And that's fine. It's not the greatest. I can play this, and it's like the same scenario, right? Either way, he doesn't get to develop his turn. So, should I just play this out? I think I'm gonna play this out, because again, he's unable to develop this turn, and he needs like kill this, right? Or he trades, and that's like also fine. Oh, letting me trade and heal, perfect. It's actually really perfect. Getting a swing in here is like completely good. It's very good. It's exactly what I needed. Because now I feel a lot more confident in our ability to stabilize. Double Wayfinder, excellent draws. Like, Fearsome Blocker plus a Chump Blocker. It's hard to ask for a lot more than that right now. Ooh, open attack. I'm probably gonna sack this Kennen here. Oh, hey, Kennen. Oh yeah, his hand is very slow, it seems. And I have an interesting question. Do we play the AHRI or do we play the Wayfinder? If I can draw like a Twin Disciplines or like a Notify, I feel very confident playing AHRI. Without that, a little bit less. Sign-in's a very excellent draw too. I can honestly just pass here first. It feels so good to be able to pass in scenarios like this. Because if our opponent taps too low, suddenly we have a lot more agency in how we can play out this turn. So nice. I do miss this deck. It's hard to not miss this deck. Like if I play AHRI and have to Homecoming it, that's not that good. I'm happy going wide, and I can just like jam Sign-in. Obviously I was hoping for third Kennen there, but drop will have to do for now. I just don't want to commit AHRI too soon, especially when I can't protect it. And like this is a still decent way to gum up board. Like he doesn't have the easiest way of getting through if he wants to play this. You know, I have 2 Fearsome Blockers, so feeling quite good right now. And I still get attack with like 2 units. And if he ever tries to play Sion, then pow. Ooh, I'll take a pass anyways. Sure, why not? Oh, recall is perfect, right? I just needed one extra piece of cheap interaction, and now this lets me like actually want to play AHRI. Or, you know, I just jam Sign-in and say what's up with that. You know what? I like that. It's good use of our turn. Draw like a go hard, extra warded. Odd Willow. Okay. Now, like, It's just a 3-5. What's he gonna do about it? It really came down to that turn 3 where I was like, should I play AHRI? Should I play the... Yeah. Should I play AHRI? Should I play like the... I don't need to block you. I'm so safe right now. I just do block you. I'll trade one of you guys off. I'm feeling very safe. I can like God will the Kennen now too to kill the Draven. I can play AHRI. I can do everything I really want to now. And he's floating 6 mana, you know? It feels very good from my side. Like, does he just get a Decimate out while I don't have Deny mana if he's running Decimates? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like, a very easy way to hand track is just looking at cards that they've added to their hand, right? This Spinning Axe was added to their hand a while ago, and there's 4 cards to the right of that that he hasn't played. And it gives you a really good idea of what these cards can be. Just like Sion or like Get Excited, right? It's a question like, do I recall a Kennen? Do I recall a Droplet? It's all very interesting. I'm probably just gonna recall it Droplet because this obviously blocks. Still a bit awkward attacking with AHRI into this. I could do this, and then this actually gives me another recall. Taps under Deny, but I don't want to use a Deny to save an AHRI, right? I don't think that's particularly worth it, especially because I have a second AHRI here. And we can go in for like, you know, a pretty decently aggressive attack here. Now there's a question if I want to bounce this Kennen or not. And honestly, I think I could. No, it does put my AHRI at easy risk. Like if he wants to make this block and then have to Mystic Shot the Droplet, oh boy, does that feel bad for him. Mystic Shotting AHRI, sure. And I don't need to save this, right? It's kind of like the cool point of this because I do have another AHRI. So that wasn't even one of these 4 cards. That's so wild. It's like he's sitting on 3 Sions or something. It's so crazy. Okay, so he's just doing his so he's just playing fearsome blockers. So I have a way of leveling Kennen, which is really nice. I don't think I'll do it now, but it's good to know that I have that option. Nopeify, very excellent draw. I wish I had that earlier. Like, what's he gonna do? Play a Twin Blade Revenant? I have 2 blockers. And now I actually feel safe going for like, you know, maybe a homecoming play. Because I do have Nopeify and a recall. I'm just gonna aim to level Kennen here, and then we can start, you know, just doing Kennen things. We'll take 3 damage, I think. Unless he doesn't attack here. Ooh. Alright, let's go. Like, do I want to bounce Kennen here? I think I'm happy just taking 4 here if I need to. In that case, I shouldn't even block this. But it is a fearsome. It's interesting. Like, I can't die from 12. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. I have so much protection. But like, what am I doing this turn? I'm just gonna play AHRI. Do I like homecoming the sign in and replay it? That seems a little more unnecessary. It's tough. I have a lot of choices and I'm not sure what's necessarily the best. I'll just recall Droplet. This kind of dies, you know what, whatever. Want to contest this? Oh boy. I have everything to back this up. I'll get out of Get Excited. I'll get out a Mystic Shot. Show it, buddy. You won't. You're not that guy. Boo. Poo. Hi poo. If you guys are listening at this exact moment, tell me what you think the pronunciation of this name is. Just your quick engagement check. If you guys... No way. Mystic? Okay. Now we can just homecoming if we wanted to. Yeah, why not? Spend our turn doing something, you know? I don't care about... I care if he trades a sign-in. Maybe. I do need a little bit more card draw, I think. I think I just need a tad bit more. I want to like bounce this Kennen in, or this sign in the future. I'll leave that option available. Ooh, good draw. So I am able to bounce Kennen with that if I need to. Probably just bounce. I can figure out later. Drop the AHRI and then we have an attack again. Now I do want to say this AHRI for obvious reasons. It is my last one. Oh, he just jammed Sion, huh? I'm not sure that's gonna end out the way he would like it to. So I could homecoming and then suddenly flip AHRI. But I'm happy taking this slow. I want to bounce. I would like to find like a palm or something, right? Something extra. Oh, I should bounce the Kennen this turn and mark this so that I have the Kennen coming out here. Ooh. Interesting. I think this is our deny. It's so annoying. Like, I can't stop this from killing unit unless I deny it. Now I'll bounce the... So this time I will bounce Kennen, because this does allow me to stun Sion for what is essentially free. At some point I'll bounce this Sion if I draw like another Godwill or something. I think he's seeing where this is going. Now if I was doing this, I should have done it before combat, so I should have got an extra mark and applied more pressure. But ultimately I just want to be a little bit more reactive my turn. Not that I needed to, but it's always a good habit, I suppose. I can like go hard you. I guess I should have marked you then, huh? Nah, your attack sucks. I'll figure it out. I just have a 0 mana stun sign, it's so sad. For the opponent, not me. I have a blocker. No, I'll hold. I'll hold. We're chilling. I have the homecomings, I have everything I want here. We'll deal with you. We have this ephemeral Kennen as a fearsome blocker. Like, what does he do here? Honestly, somebody tell me. The goal is to just kill him next turn. Ooh, okay. I can get behind that. What if we just balance the sign in? I don't need a balanced droplet, technically speaking. Now if he wants like suddenly attack, then like, you know, good for you, I suppose. That's fine. But now I need a replay droplet. I should have balanced sign in. It did matter for board space, because he's not going to attack into this for obvious reasons. I could just develop next turn if I wanted to, I suppose. Or I could just like recall sign in this turn. Fair enough. Yep. What if I just bounce sign in now? No, it's fine. We can just balance sign with the AHRI. I don't think there's much point in actually spending our mana. It's just unnecessary. And now we just go for our power turn, so call it. I want to balance everything here, I think. Is he still dead? Blocks 2. He's not dead yet, I suppose. I didn't see, but he did have 2 Scions, didn't he? He played this one and discarded a second one, or cast a spell rather. So, you know, just basic hand reading tip, I suppose. Taking some risky blocks. Honestly, can't go for something too drastic. If he lets us through, I'm gonna let it through. I don't need to twin for attack to try to end the game. Like, this twin is more valuable for health to keep the chain going here, rather than trying to offensively close out the game. That's going to leave me vulnerable to like a Mystic Shot or a Get Excited that'll break the chain. Now if he goes after AHRI, I guess I still have the Twin anyways. Let's see what's up. Night Droplet. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gaining 1, 2. Yeah, this whatever. I don't care about the droplet. I have the sign in. Just make sure the math checks out. I'm just gonna. So we gain 4 cards. I'm on a 5 hand. Perfect. It doesn't mean like now these don't balance a droplet, but I should have more droplets in my deck if I just want to play the Wayfinder. I can also just bounce Kennen, clear his entire board now. Like there's plenty of options I have here, and they're all winning the game, right? I'll just kill you, and then I'll just deal with all of you, and we'll just deal with you real quick. And I'll just make room to play Sion. I need another drop, like just play Wayfinder. I'll play this now just to hit like a go hard. It'll be a good to tell me what I need to be doing. Homecoming AHRI, sure. You know what? I like having Wayfinder down. Beautiful. Kennen just doing Kennen things, man. You know, I hate to say it, but I do miss it. I do miss it. If he develops, he gets Charm stunned onto the Sion. Yeah, so he can't not develop. This has the highest health total. It's hardest for him to stop. Yeah. I was so worried he just was able to apply a lot more pressure on like the early turns, but you saw that Tasty, when it went unanswered, just healed 4 and just gave me that safety net that I needed. Even though the King Wayfinder nerf does affect this matchup, I was still able to at least match his wideness, and I had the extra interaction too, right? People are just trying to take advantage of the fact that there is no Kennen, huh? Unfortunately, buddy. I do have to punish you for that. You're just not allowed to enjoy your time while Kennen is not around. So, do I keep Nopify? It's the only question here, and I think the answer is no. Like, I'm Nopifying a Zenith Blade. It's alright, but you could actually potentially consider keeping Deny, but my overall flexibility is fantastic. Most scared I am is like a potential, you know, like a potential White Flame play, but outside of that, I feel pretty fine. Right. Wish I had Droplet here, but so be it. You can play White Flame. Sure. We'll just give it a mark real quick. Love tap. Just a quick love tap. You pull like a second Kennen off the Wayfinder, just gotta stun it. If you like open Sonic Waves, I feel a little bit bad, unfortunately. Oh, interesting. So I can like go hard it and then get an attack through. I don't really see the point of doing that. I could kill it and like sack my AHRI for it. Not really excited about playing the go hard right now though. I'm surprised he went for this line. Like, does he have like all 3 Zeniths in hand? Kinda interesting. So like all of that just to pass this turn is just so interesting now. I'll keep up Deny just in case. Or like I'll threaten Homecoming or whatever. This isn't a like nice matchup where like, you know, like, oh, leveling like Kennen, woo. No, it's nothing really like that, right? I kind of like just leaving it like that. I don't want to have to mark it again if I need to. I just want to find Droplet here. Perfect. So, say he hushes. I can save it at least. It's a little bit scary that we don't have exactly Homecoming or Concussive Palm right now. But, oh, what do you know? But, no Zenith Blade, no spells cast. Like, I'm feeling fantastic. I had the Deny in hand. Feeling very good. Second AHRI. Oh, you're just spoiling me now. There's a Sonic Wave.
Our enemies cannot hide. Prepare yourself.
Ooh, okay. Like, I'll beat the Deny here if I want to. Question is, do I deny Lee Sin? Or, like, do I recall Lee Sin? Like, do I Homecoming this way, or do I Homecoming this way? I don't care about taking 5 damage. Am I going to spend 5 mana to replay Lee Sin? That seems kind of enticing. I could also just Homecoming Droplet on the Lee Sin. I could let this go. I like that. Why didn't I think of that earlier? I just let this go now. I just spend my turn to play up 2 recalls. And then I still have Homecoming for later. Like, and this always gets better. This always gets better. This always gets better. And maybe I'll like throw him off. Like, oh, he doesn't have any interaction. Or in case, like, I have all the interaction. But I'm just not worried, you know? I'm just not worried. And again, it's so strange that he Zenith Bladed on turn 3 where he doesn't have one for Lee Sin. It's very bizarre to me, for sure. I'm gonna level Kennen with this droplet. I don't have board space. I do need to play AHRI this turn. Could just override this. How much mana do I need? So I have 9. I do like keep Deny up. Deny plus Homecoming would be ideal. Now this AHRI can't die. I need this AHRI, unfortunately. Concussive Palm? Really? I welcome a Concussive Palm. Okay. Ooh, stunning my AHRI? Sure. I can let this trade have a... Wait, he knows I have another droplet. Interesting. I mean, perfectly happy with that. So interesting. I played the wrong droplet, so it's on me, but kind of interesting he still went for that. Maybe I should have just go hard the Zoe. I think that was my mistake as well. I am just slowly just looking at my plays and realizing they could just be a lot better. Is definitely a little bit unfortunate to be looking at. I think the best draw here would be a recall. Just like a 1 mana recall. Is that it? It's the only thing we're nopifying here. Let's a fight for this. Homecoming Deny. He doesn't have mana to fight for this. And now here's the Homecoming turn. So Homecoming, I presume he's going to level Lee Sin, which allows me to Homecoming the target Lee Sin's kicking to deny that and reset the White Flame, right? This is perfect. It's unfortunate I have to bounce this. Doesn't feel that great to me, but it's fine. Ideally, he would have like challenged a droplet. Like this, if you ever find yourself playing against Kennen AHRI, this is good, right? Because I'm incentivized to recall a droplet. So if you help me by like kicking the droplet, you're doing me a favor, right? Now I do want to find another. So this levels AHRI. Ooh. Well, that's really good. Wow, that sucks. Damn. I could have played around that. That's unfortunate. Losing Ahri there definitely sucks. Fair enough. Well played. Damn. That really stinks. Losing Ahri there was really bad. No matter, we'll just try to find another one. It does matter. Matters quite a bit. I'll rip a Sion, I think. Play Droplet Sion maybe. Oh. Huh. Oh, this world isn't very fair. That's third Ahri, guys. You hate to see those Lee Sin player. And this is why I didn't deny the concussive palms earlier, because they're just so much better now. Like, I'm just bullying him at this point. Yeah, we have the twins. So like this turn we have double deny. So I don't want to attack with you, I guess. Double deny beats everything here. Unless he hushes. But if he had hush, I think he would have used it earlier. If he has hush, ooh, I'd be really sad. Damn. Potentially still losing here is a very scary thought. Hey, don't quite have enough here. This goes... Well, I can just stun Lee Sin. I don't need to save Kennen anymore. Saving Ahri here is definitely a lot more important. Yeah, I agree. Saving Ahri is more important here. I'm gonna rip the Sion in though. Oof. What does this do? Just give Lee Sin barrier. Sure. Yeah, I think I could have played this game a little bit better, unfortunately. We need to find like a, hopefully find like a third spell. And it is good because he can't really develop, otherwise I can just stun his white flame, and then I should be perfectly fine. Ooh, wow, that's huge. That's so big. So now I can recall my Ahri as well. And I can fight on stack. I can play this plus double deny. I think that's the craziest part of this all. Now, if he has like double twin, it sucks that I put myself in a position where I could lose. That's definitely the awkward part of all of this. It's like if he notifies this, I guess do I live? I don't know. I have double deny, so I definitely can fight, but having to be put in this position is definitely not, you know, it doesn't make me feel very good. Ultimately, like, we're still winning and we're still fine, but it's really not quite the same, unfortunately. Now I just want to lose this so that I can just twin them. I don't really care if he stuns my Ahri anymore. Yeah, this game was played a little bit sloppily, I think. It sucks because it shouldn't have been like this, but you need like second hush here. It's like even if he palms here, I just have enough damage like a twin. Yeah, I can just twin any of these elusives. And then I still have my denies. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit sloppy here, unfortunately. The Bastion was rough. Like, I could have played around it, I suppose. I could have done a few things differently, I guess. But that Bastion was definitely the scariest turn out of there. I mean, 3 games in 40 minutes. So like, this is the give and take, right? I think against a good amount of the meta, AHRI Kennen is actually very solid. I think it beats Darkness. I think it beats most Demacia decks that aren't scouts. You'll probably have a much harder time against the Swarm decks now that Wayfinder got nerfed, but into Sivir, into Pantheon, still very excellent. Ionia cards right now are just highly underrated. Deny, excellent card. Palm, pretty good into mid-range stuff. Just having the Notify, having the recalls, your interaction is just straight up cheaper than anybody else's right now, and it has always been since AHRI Kennen was a very well-played deck. So the nerfs, you've seen the impact, right? Suddenly, attacking in certain instances are hard. Suddenly, Mystic Shot kills Ahri. And you do have to play a little bit slower, you know, so now your Kinka Wayfinder doesn't pull you 2 units, but at least it's a fearsome blocker, which is a little bit of a trade. So it's definitely interesting to see how the deck has shaped out. I think it's, you know, in a very well-balanced position that I think it's a very strong deck. It still rewards people who play it and play it at a high level. So, you know, maybe it's just not as good on ladder anymore. You know, maybe it's more of a tournament style deck. But the core mechanics, if you still remember how to play this deck, that's going to stick with you. And that's really important because the deck itself, I think, is still very good. So hope to see you guys maybe try it out for yourselves, because I know there are some of you who built the deck when the deck got nerfed. So I hope it's a nice breath of fresh air to let you guys know that this deck is still doing quite fine. I saw Majin Bay playing this deck earlier as well, so he did pretty decently as well. So I think it just reaffirms the core strength of this deck a little bit more, especially as we shift more into mid-range meta. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me guys know if you guys played the deck and for yourself, see how it went. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow with the next one. Peace out, guys. Take care.